We back at it. We back at it. Look, hey man, for people who actually didn't watch my video, man, I appreciate you. I'm trying to really do this shit consistently and really actually do this shit because it's something I really enjoy doing. I wake up and do this shit every day. You know what I mean? So if nobody watching, nobody watching. But when people start tuning in, hey, much love to y'all and I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Ran across this video, it say video before a man does the unthinkable. Let's see what they talking about.
Employee that shot people.
Is just racist. Just flat out racist.
Oh no, not like another situation than like the old girl when she came in and oh shit, let me go get my lighter. My bad. All right, yeah. So the girl who worked for McDonald's, she said the manager was bullying her. She got fed up. I think she got sent home one day for lack of performance. And she came back with a knife and stabbed the old girl up, and she did. The manager died. And she just now went to trial for this, and they tried her. They got her with the full charges. They didn't get her with no decent plea deal or nothing because she was trying to say how she was mentally handicapped or like slow in a sense. So she was trying to play the like I'm crazy defense, but the videos before and after showed premeditation and neglectful premeditation. That's instant murder charge. So let's see what he got.
Facebook last night, and he came to work all weird.
Boss man makes black jokes every day. My name is Black Jerry.
But I just remember looking up.
Bro, that is not funny. That is not funny, but it is funny, Black Cherry. I got a manager. His last name, let's just say Beth Cherry. It's the same fucking thing. Yeah, I mean, like that's funny as hell, bro. Black Cherry, bro. It's not even a black joke if your name is Black Cherry. I'm sorry, Black Cherry.
The gun, he did one of these and pulled the
I'm sorry, Black Cherry. I was gonna come
trigger
I'm
at my
sorry.
dad.
You guys. And I really hope y'all do this.
In Clinton Township, Michigan, an employee films his morning commute to work, ranting about alleged racism, bullying, and
Boy, I ain't racist or nothing, but my boy got some balloons right there, boy. Jeez, you got some fucking
mistreatment
balloons.
by his coworkers. The last thing they ever expected was for him to enter the workplace armed with a gun and murder on his mind.
Oh
The
my
kid didn't
God.
look like he had a care in the world that he just did any of that.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. On the morning of January 9th, 2018, 25-year-old construction worker Jerry Motley Jr. begins recording on his way to the office.
So now we're recording. I'm gonna tell you, like I told these motherfuckers, like they just did like outrageous racist bullshit.
Hey everyone, Sean here from the 2XKO team. And I'm Michael Sherman, Esports Director for 2XKO. With the year coming...
What could they have been doing to you where you didn't leave? First, what could they have been doing to you where you didn't leave and your only next course of action was to come back and shoot this bitch up? It's like, for real, like, hey, his thought patterns are off. I mean, if they really being racist, blah, blah, blah. If they corporate, go sue their ass, easy lawsuit, easy money, easy settlement. If they non-corporate, still go sue them, harder money. It's still gonna get some money from it though. You can't just actually be openly racist in a job, you know.
Just racist. Just.
But people do use that as an excuse too. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Like, I'm a black man, but I ain't gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'll be claiming. Me specifically, I never claim racism ever. I'd rather look at you as a person and deal down on your character rather than blanket everything as racism. No, you might just be a plain out asshole with narcissistic tendencies. That don't mean you racist. I just might happen to be black while you telling me this shit. But you ain't call me a goddamn nigga or nothing. You ain't fucking, do no weird shit. But some people misconstrue all of that with, oh, he doing all of that because of the color of my skin.
Not racist.
Don't matter.
There's no forgiving. Dude used the word like a million times. Boss man makes black jokes every day. My name is Black Jerry. I'm the lowest paid in the company. Been there for a year. Pretty much bullied. And I got a best friend that works there too. So it's like, even my best friend sat there and pointed out a branch, like, oh, Jerry, which one you want to be hanged from? Him and Johnny. It's like, y'all like think like that doesn't.
Okay. Motherfuckers say some shit like they done got comfortable. They know that you a subpar black man. Like, let me reiterate on that. As a black man, there's certain things you can't allow. They slipped one of them jokes. They slipped one of those jokes on you before, guy, and you laughed it off. Hee hee ha ha ha. Y'all funny. Thanks for letting me be a part of you guys. As a black man, it don't matter if you're joking or not. Hey, don't say that shit around me. You say that shit around me, we're gonna have a problem. Look, you say that shit with all seriousness, and it wasn't no threat. It's gonna be, hey, bro, you know I'm black, right? I understand y'all white boys and y'all do all that shit in y'all long time. All right, cool. When I'm around, let me hear that shit come out your mouth. Boss and everybody too come get that same fucking statement. Let me hear it come out your mouth. I swear to God, what, people scared of their boss or something? What you gonna do, get fired? You came in and clicking the fucking blick. What you gonna do, get fired? Nah, look this motherfucker in his eye and say, hey, bro, you disrespect me again like that, we're gonna have a problem. And if you fire you fired. Fuck it. But at least he know he can't fucking play with you. You ain't gonna be that nigga in the building that he can fucking play with. Say, which tree you want to hang from, bitch? The one hanging out your fucking asshole, nigga. That's the one I want. It wasn't a good comeback, okay? But I was on the spot. I'm not the one. We finna go back and forth, motherfucker. We finna go back and forth. I'm gonna hang from that same branch that's out your ass, nigga. And since y'all be wanting to make black jokes and shit, I'm gonna really be a nigga up in there. Then nigga, I'm walking in. What up, nigga? Oh yeah. What up,
Like,
my nigga?
Like y'all are ignorant. Y'all just think money is the power of everything. Really, a weapon is the power of everything. I'm just basically saying, you guys, and I really hope y'all do that.
Minutes later, Jerry arrives at his workplace. He parks his car and calmly heads toward the front door as he'd likely done every workday for the past year. But this time, tucked into a hoodie pocket underneath his jacket, is a fully loaded pistol.
Lock it. Where's Tom?
Shot. I don't know.
Look and see. Oh God, he is.
911. Where is your emergency?
I need an ambulance immediately at Reliable Fence. We got an employee that shot people.
Where is the person that shot him?
I don't know. We have 4 rooms back there, and when I'm in a locked room.
Okay.
I need police and I need an ambulance fast.
Okay, I have everybody coming. Where is the victim?
He's right next to me, and I don't know who else
Okay,
he
is he?
shot. Who else did he
All right,
shoot?
is he breathing?
Yes, he's breathing.
Okay, where is he shot?
In the chest.
Okay, do we have anything to put on the wound?
He's got his glove against it now.
Okay.
Just stay still.
You-
Is that shot?
All right, who's the person?
He shot my brother. I have 2 people shot.
Okay, where's the other?
Brother, he's trying to leave. I need police now.
The dispatcher requests information about the suspect's car, but the woman on the line is unable to answer as someone delivers a crushing confirmation.
You mean my brother's shot?
Ma'am, take it. Okay, ma'am, take a deep breath. And, ma'am, we have everybody coming. Okay.
All right, well, I'm gonna get off of the phone then. There's no need for me to be on the phone.
Ma'am, hello. Ma'am, hello.
Black Jerry?
As more calls
Black Jerry? So is it Black Jerry or Black Cherry?
reach dispatchers, they're able to learn from other employees that the suspect fled the scene in a gray Saturn.
It's a black male. He works with us. I don't know. He posted on Facebook last night, and he came to work all weird.
Yo, why did he stutter like that saying black?
In a gray Saturn.
He almost didn't want to say it, but he knew he had to say it. Like, I'm looking at the mic, and I be doing that. I do that often. Look. he said it like he didn't want to say it, but he have to say it because he know that they be calling him Black Jerry up there at work, but they know that that's not appropriate. So that he like a black man.
It's a black male. He works with us. I don't know. He posted on Facebook last night, and he came to work all weird.
Okay. Listen, we got everybody coming to help you. Take a deep breath. What's his name?
Jerry Motley.
Yeah. They calling dude Black Jerry. So maybe they got a white Jerry. And I understand that, you know. I work in a place where, you know, there's white Mike and there's black Mike. You know, like people don't trip about it, you know. I understand that, but, you know.
Tom? What the?
I have one conscious and breathing.
Conscious and breathing that shot. He's standing right
Okay.
behind me.
All right. And what about the other person?
Other person's on the ground, looks like he's dead.
The Clinton Township Police Department arrived to the shocking aftermath of Jerry's rampage. One victim, Angelo Joe McCauley III, was treated by paramedics at the scene and transferred to McLaren Hospital with multiple gunshot wounds. In a back office, the business owner, 61-year-old Thomas Edward Badke, was found face up on the tile floor in a pool of blood.
He got the one he came for. He came for Thomas. He came for Tom. He got the one he came for. Dude just probably tried to stop him from shooting his dad. But he shot dude straight in the head.
With a fatal gunshot wound to the head.
You have it listen, you type it in, and then you go digging.
You literally just drag it in.
The murder weapon, a semi-automatic pistol, was found near his legs, containing 7 unspent rounds. Several employees were brought into the police station and asked to describe for detectives exactly what happened.
We all gather in Tom's office in the morning to find out what we're doing for the day, and just kind of bull talk and see what's going on. And Jerry was just acting really weird this morning. You know,
in what way? Was he not talking to people?
No,
he normally does.
No, yeah, just not talking. And his buddy Jeff in the other room was like his best friend. You know, and Jeff said hi to him, and he's like, and just walked away. Just mumbled something and walked away. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Well, anyways, we're all in Todd's office to find out what's going on. And all of a sudden, we're like, just thinking like, where's Jerry at? And then all of a sudden, we seen the back door open, and then Jerry walks out like this.
Jerry pulls a gun out and says, "You motherfucker, I told you stop with me." Blam, shots once.
I've been to shooting range. I know what it smells like when you shoot a gun. I'm like, what the? You know, when he shot Angelo, you can hear Angelo hit the ground.
Lori, the deceased owner's sister, described what happened next.
I can play it in my mind. Into my view came Angelo, and he's like this, and he goes, "My God, that hurts." And Jerry was there, and I said, "What the hell? What's going on?" Because I heard the sound. Was a cat gun, fireworks? I mean, never in a million years. And he turned and he went this way through the door, and the door slammed and boom, boom against the door. And I was trying to push against the door, and I couldn't. I'm like, "What is going on?" Because I could hear it all against the door.
When he shot Joe, he was still going after Joe. He didn't have any intentions on going in the office because he was walking past the office. And I think that's when Dylan was right there and jumped on him. But when he was walking past the office, I could have sworn I heard him say, "I'm sick of this bull."
Employee Dylan then attempted to stop Jerry from firing the gun again.
I grabbed both of his wrists and threw him up against the wall, and I couldn't hold him forever, and I knew that. I held him for about 20 seconds, and then he found a way into the office, and Tom, at the time my boss, the second guy that got shot, he was trying to lock the door.
It was then that Jeff jumped in to help, but the struggle spilled over into the owner's office.
They moved into the office, and he still had the gun, and I looked, and my dad, since Jeff was on him, my dad saw that, and he wants to grab his arm and try to get control of it so no one else got shot. And then I saw that, and they were leaning on my dad's desk. And so I jumped on Jerry, and I put him in a chokehold. And I don't know where my dad was. I know he was in there somewhere, but I just remember looking up, and I saw Jerry with the gun. He did one of these and pulled the trigger at my dad. Then after that, Jerry had the gun like this, and he shot it at the wall, and then he ended up dropping it. I don't know if it was because I was still choking him, so I don't know if he was losing consciousness. Then after that, him and Jeff just fell to the ground, in the doorway. And I remember looking up to the right, and I just saw my dad laying there. I could tell he was almost passed out because he started gagging. I kind of let off because I didn't want to kill him. You know what I mean? But I sat there telling him, I was like, "You just killed my dad." Because I knew right away when I saw him laying there that there was no.
Did he say anything after you said that?
No.
Did he?
No, I got up. Since I was the first one to get up, I walked out front because I didn't know what to do. Because I deep down I knew what happened, but I didn't know what to do.
It was then that Jerry, just as casually as he entered, made his way back to his car. However, he didn't make it far. Just 1 mile down the road from the business, Jerry lost control of his vehicle, slamming into the rear of a flatbed truck. Despite not wearing a seatbelt, he survived and was seen.
He was trying to end it. He didn't lose control. Yeah, he was in control. He just didn't die. He probably hit that gas. He smashed on that gas and went for the nearest flatbed because he knew that flatbed was going to go enter into his vehicle and do this type of damage.
Rear of a flatbed truck, despite not wearing.
Look at that. If he was in the passenger seat, that would have been over with. Because he was in a relatively safe vehicle, he survived.
Wearing a seatbelt, he survived and was seen by the truck driver crawling out of a shattered window, fleeing on foot.
Monday CRM has the best AI features in the game.
Especially in sales.
Hands down.
So for me, email.
Well, Stan.
And it's just crazy because, like, this morning I was asking what was wrong with Jerry, and, you know, Jeff told me, did you read his Facebook status?
The night before the shooting took place, Jerry took to Facebook, leaving a cryptic.
Money doesn't mean anything to me. Our respect is more important. Sorry. Hold on. Money doesn't mean anything to me. My respect is more important since you like to throw dirt on my name. Make me look bad. It's not cool. Y'all laugh in my 2017. I cried in my 2017. You can't talk to another human being like that. Are you done? Do you not know by not call me by my government name, Lord? BJ, Black Jerry, really, come on, people, let's highlight this. I do have a government name, goes by Jerry Motley. Every time I turn around, I'm always getting blamed for something. What do you expect? You a disgrace? 2 white people, Caucasians. Does it is professional anymore. Good night. Oh yeah, and I didn't forget that little joke that you said. I quote, if you give a black person watermelon, they would do anything that you say, as he shakes the watermelon in front of my face. The other employees that I cannot stand, don't tell nobody, as he walked off. Racist jokes are not funny. I put up with it for years for a whole family. No more. How dare you bring my ancestors in this argument that had nothing to do with them asking me why is black people mad when their ancestors was the ones that sold us to slavery. Like, and talk to way more Caucasians than my own race. So why would I say this? Good night. All right, so what I get from that statement after reading this entire statement, dude is his intelligence level is very low. He has a very low IQ level. He's functional, but I honestly think you had a very functioning high level autistic guy here. Oh, and my damn monitor just went off for some reason. What the fuck? My shit go off. Okay, that was weird. It just turned off. Okay, yeah, that was weird. It just turned off on me. Okay, might be needing to get a new monitor. But yeah, I'll get into that. He has a very low IQ. You know, the fact that he would allow shit like this to happen, like they were doing way more than I said. Saying shakes the watermelon in front of my face. Like, bro is just not a strong individual. And it just so happened that he was black and he chose to work around a majority white company, you know. That's just how it goes, you know. Putting yourself in that predicament, though, that's the horrible part. You put yourself in a bad predicament. All right, we got good. All right, let's
Post
go.
that hinted something dark was lingering in his mind. He detailed several incidents, writing, "You can't talk to another human being like that," then stating, "I put up with it for a year, no more."
Like, I was reading it, and it was just like all the people that gave me a hard time and this, and that, and I think he's talking about Joe.
Was there a history of Joe giving him a hard time? I mean, that you saw.
All right.
He don't want to say it. He know for a fact. Joe has done no. Joe has done a lot of things to a lot of people. Nah. Joe be going overboard with the soft black guy, with the little soft black nerd. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna do that shit with no other person, but because we got little BJ, Black Jerry,
Has done a lot of things to everybody. Okay. He's grabbed me by my neck and, choked me up one time at a job.
Joe the owner?
He's a worker.
Okay.
He's grabbed the owner's son by his neck and choked him up just for stupid little bickering arguments, and he's done it to Jeff. And he always picked on Jerry.
Angelo is kind of a bully, really, honestly. He'll flick cigarettes at you, he'll throw at you, just do all types of stuff to.
Oh, see, Angelo, I understand why he caught something to the chest. Angelo be playing around. Let a motherfucker flick a cigarette at. Do you understand how hot cigarettes are? And how you can actually burn yourself from. I've never flicked a blunt at nobody. I've never did that. That's disrespectful. That's like damn near spitting at a motherfucker. And you throwing fire at me, something that can actually burn or fucking ruin my clothes or some shit. We fighting. Sorry, once we threw fist a couple times, you gonna know to only play with me verbally. You gonna keep that shit soft verbally as well.
What kind of tick you off, right? And picks on Jerry the most, so I could see why he was the first one shot.
According to the owner's son, there may be a reason Joe hasn't yet been fired, despite the allegations of abuse by his co-workers.
Sounds like Joe's a big dude. He's not small.
Mm-hmm.
Is he that meathead? Is he that guy that's got to pick on everybody, flick cigarettes at everybody, call names?
Oh, yeah.
Has he been there a long time?
Everybody agree.
Yeah.
Everybody agree.
Wow.
My dad's known him since diapers. He's best friends with his dad. That's why, Joe's caused fights around there in the past 7 years I've been there. Me and him butted heads a few times.
Does he keep his job because of the relationship between your dad and his dad?
Oh, yeah.
Why I think he shot Tom is because nothing happened. We've brought to Tom's attention that nobody likes Joe there. Everybody will tell you that. Nobody likes Joe here. We tolerate him. He's for everybody. He's just a cocky dude, just thinks his don't stink.
In part of Jerry's recording filmed prior to the shooting, he made it clear why Joe was a target.
And Joe, the reason I shot Joe is because you're just ignorant. You're the mixture of racist and ignorant. Always constantly yelling at me, telling me to do. I done did everything that you said, but you're still crying about everything. Saying that I ain't worthless, what the hell am I doing in this company? You sat there and antagonized me that one day, and I told you to stop. Man, you got me up.
Yeah, he's slow.
Then the boss man's gonna defend you?
Listen up. If staff abused you while you were locked up in juvie, you are not just stuck with the trauma. You could be looking at $300,000 or more.
Have people gone to the owners about Joe and said, hey, things you gotta stop? He's basically an
the last situation Joe had with somebody was with me, is when he grabbed me up on my neck one time, and I told Tom, look, I'm either going to quit, or you need to tell Joe, you're going to do something for him, get him help, and, Tom told me I'm going to tell Joe to take anger management. I said, you know what, all right, I'll get over it, we're all family, we all got to work together, I've got to put roofs over our heads. That was it.
After wounding Joe, killing Tom, crashing his car, and fleeing on foot, Jerry was quickly apprehended when a Roseville police detective saw him running into a subdivision and successfully tackled him to the ground. He was then handcuffed by an officer with the Fraser Police Department, who later returned him to the custody of Clinton Township. He now sits with detectives who will hear a haunting confession regarding his motives for the brutal attack.
Now we get to actually hear his intelligence level. You know, when he has to try to actually explain what happened and how he felt and what he did for what.
I got the job through my best friend. Okay, my best friend is Jeff. Pretty sure you talked to him. But it just, something just didn't really feel right. Like, because then he started completely being that whole, just screaming and yelling at me if I get something wrong. Oh, you're stupid, you're dumb, you're worthless. The way he was acting towards me, and he was like, you would never get a raise here, you're just a piece of and you're and this. Every time we get in an argument, he reverts back to racism.
Look at what I told you. Even the guy he refers to as his best friend calls him niggers. He calls him niggers. And this is the dude he supposedly is best friends with, the dude that got him the job. Every time we get in an argument, he refers back to racism. And you're allowing this shit. You're they know what type of nigga you is. They know exactly what type of nigga you is. And that's why he got you in there, because they knew they could fucking lackey your ass around.
And it's like, I'm at a losing chance, and then whoever's with him, they're tagging along, they're laughing at the joke, so I'm just like a target. And it's just a constantly target every single day of my life.
Jeff, who explains he's known Jerry since high school, admits there was name-calling at the job site.
You know, there are times where, you know, there's racial slings back and forth, you know, he might say, or whatever, you know, or you know, he might say something about being white or something, you know, everybody.
Come on, bro. He might say something about, no, the fuck he didn't, bro.
Even him would shoot shots back. You know, it's just guys and guys. And then, like with me and him, our relationship, he technically is one of the whitest black people I know. He doesn't really like his kind either, per se. I mean, I guess you'd say back in the...
That's what it is. He was in there bonding over bigotry. And you black and in there kumbayaing with these motherfuckers about black people. And they know your ass Uncle Tom, a weak ass Uncle Tom too. That's what he's saying. He don't really fuck with black people either. He was probably rolling right with these motherfuckers calling people niggers. And right when they turned it back on you, now you're being weird.
Now you act like it didn't really offend him as much, you know, when we were younger, you know.
In parts of the recording made before the shooting, Jerry speaks directly to his best friend, Jeff.
Jeff, let me tell you something. You are the most his best friend ever. The way you treated me when I first started at that company was overrage. Jumping around in the state truck, screaming, Jerry, you ain't never gonna be nothing. My car broke down, so you had to come and get me. You just harassed me every single day. You harassed me about getting my car. When are you ever gonna get your car? I don't want to drive you. And all this other bullshit. If you ain't want to drive me, you ain't have to drive. But it's no point. I just sat there and you just screamed.
I don't want to look at this motherfucker mouth.
It's like, yeah, I'm the boss of you and all this other bullshit.
With our cutting-edge chart trading feature and 300-plus indicators, you can now trade directly off the chart anytime.
I can't believe you.
Don't get me wrong, we all joke around. You know, it's a construction work. It's a bunch of guys, you know, both around. You're an idiot, you know, excuse my language, or whatever. You know, everybody picks on everybody.
All of my friends are Caucasian. All of them. And
hey, yo, don't get me wrong. Our fair share of white friends. You know, at this time currently, I do have a white girlfriend. But you can't be black and only have white friends. What happens is there was another viral video recently of a guy who was drunk around all his white friends, and they decided to just like pour milk all over his ass and like throw flour on him. Like, dude, just only him, and they just kept doing it. And he eventually came out and made a video, blah, blah, blah. This, and I'm going to have to go do a reaction to that shit. But that was actually crazy. And he didn't see a problem with this shit until it hit the internet. And the other black people like, yo, bro, you letting these motherfuckers do this shit to you? And you calling them your friends? Only when he started seeing the online opinion from black people, like, and some white people, and they just like, yo, bro, that's not cool. They not doing that to their fucking white friends, is right there. No, but they all ganging up on you because you're the only black person here, and you're a weak energy black person, a person who holds the energy of a kitten. Look at this guy. He's like, oh, I only have white friends. He got the energy of a fucking kitten. Of course you're gonna try him.
It's like I never in my life has been treated in a racial way really that bad. And it's like, it's not fair. And it's like, I even thought about like, maybe I should quit. But something inside of me was like, no, they can't get away. They can't get away with this. Like, this is not right. Y'all already.
You know, if he had a higher IQ, he would have set them up for the bag. He would have set their ass up for the bag, bro. Don't let this shit be me. Don't let this shit be me. And I ain't finna talk back. I ain't finna do nothing. I'm just finna hand me a little recording device on me. I ain't gonna lie. Why y'all saying all this nigga, you ain't gonna be shit, blah, 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 do this, you nigga that, you watermelon this, you blah, blah. Hey, I'm gonna play all of this shit in court. And we gonna see if you don't settle. You know, we can settle real quick, or I can go ahead and get this full, lawsuit, because honestly, it would have been easy if he wouldn't have shot the motherfuckers and he would have just continued and then set him up on some shit, bro. He would have got an easy bag. He never would have had to work for him again or see him again. Fuck your best friend. But he the type of motherfucker to where he wanted to be accepted so bad to where when he didn't get accepted, he couldn't reject himself. He couldn't say, oh, I'm gonna quit. See, like, self-rejection is a thing. It's like sometimes you just gotta omit yourself out of the situation. If you wouldn't go the route of suing the motherfuckers. All right, well, just quit. Go find you another best friend. There's better white people out there. There's people that aren't weird. Trust me.
Broke through, like, oh my God, it's nerve-wracking. Just thinking about it, like, it's like, how do you treat another human being so bad and expect him to be perfectly fine with it when it's a constant thing when he told y'all multiple times to stop?
Jerry points to the nickname Black Jerry as a source of resentment. But employee Dylan shares their reasons for addressing him this way.
We do call him Black Jerry, but it's not because we're trying to be racist. We have multiple Jerrys that work with us. Okay. Kind of just the easiest way. And he never told us that he didn't like it, so.
I'm the only black person there. Mm-hmm. And, like, I kind of, like, tried to bring it up to Tom, but Tom just, like, brushed it off. One morning I come in, and Tom, everybody's sitting there. They're just making black jokes. When you turn off the light, you're going to see his teeth go. I'm like, that's not funny. He was like, and then they just, no apologies, just went on about their life. Like, are you serious? Like, that's bull.
Jerry shares a more specific example of something that happened between him and Joe.
One day I was extremely pissed off, like I wasn't having a good mood. And for some reason, Tom sent me with Joe, and Joe was just being a and I was like, dude, can you just leave me alone? So I kind of got pissed off, and I went in the truck. He's hitting the window while I'm in the truck, just terrorizing me. And Jeff was like, he's not going to stop. I was like, he just needs to leave me alone. And he's all laughing about it, thinking it's all funny.
Outrageous, screaming at me. Oh, if I get something wrong, oh, gee, you should already know this. You've been here for at least 2 months. I have a disability. I can't
I called it. I didn't have to, I didn't have to have him tell me to make that deduction. Certain things you just know about certain people. And I'm telling you, he's autistic. I would say on the spectrum. I wouldn't say, he has a disability, yes, but it's probably autism. He went and worked with the wrong people.
Do that? I know it now. Now that I've been there for a year. You say, oh, I'm just doing whatever Joe's doing to you. That's not right. That's some bullshit.
Multiple co-workers acknowledged that Joe was particularly harsh with Jerry, but still couldn't believe he would take it to this extreme.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation.
Jerry I've had him over my house a few times, we've hung out. He was a good kid. Granted, I know Angela, he gave him quite a bit of at work, but Jerry's a little slow. So when you tell him to do something, he doesn't do it properly. You just got to keep telling him. You know what I mean? Okay. My dad's, to be honest,
my monitor's going up.
Jerry's a good kid, but he's cut out for this kind of work. My dad agreed, but he didn't want to just dump Jerry off. You know what I mean? He wanted to help the kid. That's what he does with a lot of these people around here. He's trying to help all of them.
According to Tom's sister, Lori, she encouraged her brother to fire Jerry, but Tom refused.
He's a little slow.
Who's that?
Jerry.
Okay.
And I said to my brother, Tony, things are getting slower, the winter season, da-da-da, you can laugh.
I gotta look at my other monitor. Bro, I gotta get a new monitor now.
He did everything, and you killed him?
Yeah.
Oh, Tom was great to him. Tom could have canned him 6 months ago, He just wasn't the best worker all the time, again, he was slow, doesn't like the cold, all this, but he was very patient with Jerry, and which is why I don't understand what...
When Tom was shot, did it look like he was the target was Jerry's intention?
Yeah, oh yeah. Right. Oh yeah, yeah. Because there's 4 of us there, and he could have went off and all of us.
Right. But he specifically got his arm in,
and
pointed at Tom, and pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Jerry continues his confession to investigators, sharing a specific incident regarding the owner, Tom.
Tom's started laughing, and Steve just turned to me. Oh, do you want to hear something funny? I'm like, not really, Tom. I really don't want to hear that funny. Oh, if you give a black person watermelon, he can do anything that you say. As he shakes the watermelon in front of my face. So I'm like, wow. So Joe turns around after he leaves the room and tells me, Jerry, don't tell nobody what goes down over here. Immediately I thought to myself, yeah, because if I tell anybody, it's not gonna matter.
The kid didn't look like he had a care in the world that he just did any of that. And I don't know why he shot my dad. My dad was nothing but good to him. There's no way he just randomly decided to just bring that gun into work. You know what I mean? He wouldn't just do that. He's that type of kid where he has to plan it. He doesn't just go with the flow. His brain just doesn't work that way. Yeah, I just don't understand what.
He'd have been working with him long enough to know he gonna have to plan. He gonna have to do it. Like he can do it. He can do it, but this is not the spur of the moment thing. He had to know what he was doing, how he was doing it, why he wanted to do it. He couldn't just think of that shit. They know he was slow. That's why they picking on a fucking slow guy. They fucking picking on a mentally disabled person. And then surprised when he come in there with a gun and blow shit down, bro. It don't matter what race you are. It literally don't matter what race you are. You picking on a disabled person and they might come back and shoot the bitch up, bro. You never know how people are on the inside, what they got going, what their inner thoughts are, what they're actually fighting off on a day-to-day basis, bro. You just can't pile on. I personally can never get into that situation. Jerry would have came in there and popped everybody in there but me, and I would have been looking at him like, Jerry. I'd have grabbed him like, Jerry, why you do that, bro? You know that's not what you're supposed to do. Cause I'd never be the one get popped in that situation. I'm always cool with the weirdos, man.
This far today, I don't know.
So you can't picture a specific event in the last few days or whatever. Okay.
Detectives also wondered if this was a sudden decision by Jerry or something he'd been planning for some time.
Where did you get the gun from?
He went and bought that.
Gun shop.
He went and bought that gun
Have you ever shot
himself.
before today?
Nope.
Nope. Honestly, that's my first time ever.
Look, I could tell you exactly how this script gonna go. I didn't need him to say a fucking word. He went and bought it from the gun store because he's, not a violent person. He's over 21. He very legally sound to get a gun. There's no, intelligence test to get a fucking gun. Yep. Have you ever shot it before now? No, not at all. I used it this one time because that's what it was used for. That's what it was meant for. No practice shooting, no nothing. I know how guns work. Put a bullet in it, pull a trigger.
How did you find out how to use it? YouTube. Okay. Yeah.
Jerry explains he originally purchased it 4 months ago after a heated argument with Jeff when they were returning from a job site.
All the way back, like we're screaming and yelling at each other. He pulled over. He was like, "Your attitude is ridiculous. I hate you." And at this point, I'm already crying. I'm emotional. I don't even know what to do. I'm pissed off. So I went to go talk to Tom about it. Tom was like, "Well, all you need to do is just listen to Jeff." I'm like, "But he's screaming and yelling at me." He was like, "Are you doing what he's saying?" I was like, "But you don't have to scream and yell at me." I was like, "I messed up once and he screamed and yelled at me." She was like, "Well, all I need you to do is listen to him." Brush it off like it wasn't nothing. So
That's okay, bro. Alright, that's the typical old man response, bro. Just do what he say. If he telling you to do it, if he ain't telling you to do nothing wrong, do what he say. Yeah, he's screaming and hollering at you. Just do what he say. If you wouldn't have been doing shit wrong.
I went to the gun shop, got the gun shop, got the gun, filled out the paper and all that. First time buying a gun. So I carried it once to work. And it was the potential. But like that, I backed out because it was like, okay, maybe down the road it'll change.
Mm-hmm. Maybe things will get better, right?
Right.
I was treated unfairly. Then from the simple fact that you say everything about black people, you blame black people for all your problems, and you blame me for your problems. Jimmy, you ain't never gonna be nothing. Oh my God, you're a piece of... Oh, well, here you go. Huh? Now you know.
But as Jerry reveals, he had bigger plans than targeting just Joe and Tom.
Let me ask you this. If your plan to get back at these guys worked out perfectly, what would have happened?
100%, I probably would have been shot dead on the site.
That you would have been shot dead?
Pretty much.
Or you mean you would have shot all of them dead?
No, I had a different plan for my best friend. I would have shot my best friend in his 2 legs to make sure he couldn't walk ever again. And pretty much from there, just let it role play.
Did you want to kill everybody there but your best friend?
Pretty much everybody but my best friend.
You understand what happened today. You understand that. What you did was wrong. You know what you did was wrong.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. I know that for a fact.
That is wrong to take a human life. You know that.
Yeah.
And you were intent on killing these people in the shop.
Yeah.
And you killed Tom, you shot him in the head, and you took 2 shots at Joe. And your intentions were to kill him too.
What were you feeling when this was going on?
In my head, get him. Get Joe and go after everybody else.
If you're a producer who hates AI.
Him saying that, now they're about to hit him with a whole bunch of attempted murders too.
The quick intervention by his co-workers, Jerry was disarmed before he could harm anyone else. The only loss of life was that of his boss, Tom. Lori shares that outside of work, Tom took care of his wife, who's bound to a wheelchair and battling advanced stage 4 cancer.
Did I ever in a million years think somebody would bring a gun in and shoot somebody? No. My brother, least of all. My brother played Santa for kids, for people in nursing homes. My brother was no doubt the kindest kid, and I wish he would have shot me.
And he didn't even kill the motherfucker he went there to kill.
Chad, why didn't you take me instead? Why didn't you take me instead of Tommy?
Are you feeling any remorse for what you did today?
It's probably gonna hit me later on, but as of right now, I'm just like, it happened. I can't control it. Yes, I do want to cry because honestly, it could have been avoided. Yes, I know it was wrong. I know it could have went another way, but hey, it was my choice. As a human being, you make choices that you got to deal with. So now I have a body on my hand, and I'm probably going to be looking at a long time for this. So now I just rock.
Do you think you should be forgiven for this?
No.
What do you think that should happen to you?
Bury me, lock me up, leave me to rot. That's just the way it is.
According to court records, Jerry Motley Jr. was ultimately charged with homicide, first-degree murder, multiple theories, assault with intent to murder, weapon carrying with unlawful intent, and 2 counts of weapons felony firearm. A jury found him guilty on all counts, and on August 7, 2025, he received a cumulative sentence of life.
He did not look like that. Oh my God, he did not look like that in that fucking interview. Oh my God. Oh my God, my bad, y'all.
Life in prison without parole.
Life in prison without parole, bro. He was actually slow. And y'all picked on him to the point he was better off going to jail than rotting away forever or dying. Dude is actually slow. Look at how he took a picture for
2025,
his
he
mugshot,
received a cumulative sentence of life in prison without parole. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on.
Alright, man. Appreciate it. EWU, man. Damn, bro. That dude was actually fucking... Alright, so I want to start ending these a little bit better, you know? If you make it to the end, you know, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think he should have got life in jail, even though he's clearly mentally handicapped? I don't know, man. Leave a comment.